Hi everybody, welcome. I wanted to do a short update because it's been 7 months now living in Wrocław with the family and commuting to the UK each week for work. So I'm in the UK 4 days, in Poland for 3 days, sometimes 4, depends how work is. I've put lots of videos up now, various different things, and haven't done an actual update for a while. So for those of you who are commuting, and there are a few of you because you've commented on previous videos, those of you thinking about moving your British child or your Polish child who has learned in English in England for some time, hopefully you'll find this video useful. So I've just made a list of some of the things that I see as quite important or significant to me and my family since we moved. Okay, so as I said, it's been around 7 months now. We moved at the end of July. One thing I get all the time is people still questioning it. You're crazy doing that. Why are you doing that for? But when I explain to those people that I'm actually in the office probably 32 hours a week in the UK, and then I'm spending probably 10 hours a week, sometimes 12 hours a week, commuting to and from Poland. What's actually great is that my company have helped me out quite a lot so that I am able to travel and work. So last week, for example, I was at Luton Airport 5 o'clock in the morning. I had to type up some meeting minutes, do project plans, did 2 hours of that before boarding a flight. So although I am travelling, I'm at an airport, I'm still working, and my company have been very helpful about that. So that's one thing. It's not as bad as people assume it to be. And actually I spend less time commuting than many of my colleagues who live in the UK. The other point is, I am also always questioned on, do you miss your children? Of course I miss my children during the 4 days that I'm in the UK, but I'm so busy during those 4 days that actually, for example, this week I flew in on Monday evening. Today is Friday, 23rd of February 2018. I flew in on Monday evening. Tuesday I had to visit a supplier. I was out all day. Wednesday I had to visit a customer. Thursday I was in the office. Today's Friday. I finished at lunchtime, went to the gym, and I'm leaving in an hour to go to the airport. It just flies, really, literally, excuse the pun, but it just, the time just flies by. And what has happened now is that I am very aware that I'm not with my kids 4 days a week. So what that means, when I took that for granted when we all lived together in the UK full time, what it means now is I'm very aware when I'm in Poland at the weekend that I need to spend time with the kids. So we will go to the park, we'll go out on bike rides, we'll take the dog for a walk, all of those things, go out for dinner together, talk as a family, play Monopoly, play board games, watch movies, get popcorn, all those things. So I did that when we lived in the UK, but over a 7-day period, probably not as many hours as I actually spend now interacting with the children. Next point I have is, it's the fact that it's becoming normal. So travelling to the airport tonight, I'm flying from Birmingham. I'm travelling to the airport, it's 40 minutes on the train, hour and 40 flight, 20 minutes the other end. That's become normal. It doesn't feel like an effort. Have decent seats on the plane, I've got plenty of space, I only have hand luggage, I'm always first off the plane. It just seems kind of effortless now and normal. So those of you that travel or drive or however you get to work, that journey becomes normal. So for me now, it's just standard. I don't really think, oh no, I've got to fly. In fact, when I'm back in the UK on a Tuesday, all I think about is getting back to Poland on Friday. Okay, kids doing well at school. So I had lots of messages from people moving their British kids to Poland, or people that have Polish partners that have their kids that have only studied in England, or Polish families whose Polish children have only been at school in England because they've lived here for so long. How did your kids get on when they first started? Did they struggle? So I will say this, when my kids first started, the first 2 weeks were a pain. Sophie cried, and we've done videos on this, so I won't repeat it. After 2 weeks, I think Polish children are generally, in my opinion, very forthcoming and welcoming. Polish hospitality is amazing anyway, and I think the generations above have taught their children that you welcome people and you welcome newcomers. So the fact that people were saying to my children, come and sit with me, come and play with me, that made our kids feel really, really welcome. After that 2 week period was up, it kind of felt, and I spoke to another British guy recently who has a Polish a wife and obviously Polish children, and he asked me, did you feel like their children had taken a step back? Certainly with Oliver, because he was 7, he'd been at school for 2 years in the UK, and then he went into year 1 in Poland. So at the start it felt like he was taking a step back. He was learning to make sounds, and in terms of reading, phonics, and things like that, and basic maths that he's already learned. So at the beginning it felt like he's gone backwards, but kind of familiar with the Polish education system, and we know, should we choose to stay, that in the long run it will benefit our children. Sophie is up for, potentially, she's done well so far, if she continues doing as well as she is doing and has been doing, she's up for an award for the achievement level that she's reached, which I find amazing. I'm so proud of the fact that they've gone to the school and just immersed themselves, made friends, interacted, improved their Polish because they could already speak Polish, and to then have my daughter kind of being in the small percentage who is at kind of the top of the class, for me, is I'm mega proud of her. And even if she doesn't achieve that at the end of the school year, I don't care. I'm proud of her anyway. She's done an amazing job, and as has Oliver. The feedback from Oliver's teacher has been very, very positive in terms of his abilities, not just his academic abilities, but his social abilities. So how he is in the canteen when they're having dinner, things like that. Very important. Training. I want to talk about this. So I haven't really spoken about this a lot, but I've always really been into sports up until I was probably 21, 22. I played football to a fairly decent level. I always enjoyed sports at school, whether that was training in the gym, basketball, athletics, football. Played cricket, wasn't a massive fan, but played cricket, played rugby at school. So I've always been into sports. And then probably, I don't know, when Sophie was born, 11 years ago, I became fat. So I was about 106 kilos, fat, no muscle. Long story short, I lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. Met an amazing trainer back in 2013, lost lots of weight, gained some muscle, actually got in good shape, and remained in good shape. So when Kinga and the children went to Poland permanently in the summer, and I was only going to be there at weekends, I thought, well, that means 4 days a week I'm in the gym. I can do my own nutrition. I can cook and eat what I want that is healthy, high protein, lots of vegetables, things like that. And what happened was the exact opposite. And in fact, if you go back and maybe watch some of my October, November, December, very early January videos from this, you'll see my face is a bit more fat, and I gained probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 kilos in that period. And what happened was I came home from work, couldn't be bothered to cook because I didn't have a family here. Made toast, sandwiches, packet of crisps, bag of chips, Chinese, takeaway food. Trained maybe once a week and gained about 6 kilos of fat. So I know how to train. I know about nutrition. Christmas came and went. I trained all over Christmas in Poland. We have an outdoor gym near our flat, so I was there every second day. Pull-ups, dips, different exercises, running, just trying to burn calories. And then when I came back, started training properly. When I mean resistance training, lifting weights in the gym and things like that. So since Christmas, and then I've lost about 5 kilos. I've lost 1.5 inches off my waist. So now I'm feeling good and back on it. I think I can see it in my face that I've actually lost some weight again. But that for me was really weird. I thought, great, 4 days a week, the family aren't here, I can do whatever I want. I can train every single day. I can cook chicken, vegetables, steak, lots of good, high quality food, and get in really good shape. And the exact opposite happened. And I became a bit addicted to Netflix and takeaway food. But now I'm back on it. I've got a 12-week program. Hopefully by the time the summer comes, I'll be back in good shape. Point about the children again, that the fact that they're happy. So every week when I go home, maybe every 2 weeks, I'll say to the kids, if I could pack up all our bags now and go back to England, would you go back? And they said, no, at the moment we want to stay here. So that's really good. The kids are happy. And for me, that's the most important thing. Birthday away from the family. That was a little strange. So my birthday was at the end of January. I turned 38. And it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I can't remember, but it was the middle of the week, and obviously I wasn't in Poland. Didn't really want to book holiday just to go home to be in Poland for my birthday. My family came round, my parents were here, my sister, my mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, they all came round, had a nice cake and birthday wishes, and it was very nice, but to be away from the family was a little bit odd. Oliver's birthday is April. I have booked time off to be there for that. Sophie's birthday is September. I think it's on a Thursday. I am probably going to book a flight out Wednesday night so I can be there on a Thursday. King's birthday is in December, and I've booked holiday for that to make sure that I'm there for my family's birthdays. Generally, that's, I think, it. One thing I want to say is that as I said about Polish hospitality, it's very amazing for me how Polish people are, and I mean, when you go to a Polish person's house, they will invite you in, they will give you cake, tea, make you feel the most welcome. But the feedback I've had via the Facebook page, via private messages, via the YouTube channel, Instagram, most of it is people saying welcome, I hope it really works out for you, it's strange what you're doing, but welcome to Poland. You know, some really, really kind messages. And like anywhere, Poland has dickheads in it, the same as England does, the same as the USA does, the same that every other country does. So I've had a few negative comments, but I ignore them. What's the point of getting into an argument on the internet? But generally, comments have been great. Welcome, you know, it's great that you're here, thanks for choosing our country, because Polish people are proud. And the fact that I'm actually quite proud to live in Wrocław. I've been visiting this country and this city for so long. My wife is from there, you know, we own a property there. My kids are half Polish, why shouldn't I be? So, yeah, generally, very positive comments. So, thank you. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. Please share, like my video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you can. And yeah, if you have any questions, put in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Hope that helps, especially for those of you who are doing something similar. And we'll post a new video soon. Cheers, bye.